Hello. So we are going live here on Raised Outdoors, something I don't do very often. And we'll see if anyone joins. Y'all come on in. I'm going to be sitting here talking to myself. I might have to end the live. So we'll see. Let some people get a few notifications, see if y'all can find me here. So I'm going to see if I can get this pulled up over here on my trusty dusty laptop. Hey, welcome in. I see I have one. So we just started. Welcome in. I'm going to see if I can pull it up here on my laptop. And we're going to talk about a few things. We've got 4 people in here. Hey, PA. Hey, Michael E. Atkins, AKW. What's up? What's up? I don't do these lives very often. Y'all. Hey, what's up, Rowdy? Hey, I don't do these very often. I don't know if I missed anyone here or not. Let's see. Hey, we got Jeremy. Appreciate you coming in. I don't do these very often, but I had a rain day at work, so I'm going to see what I can get done here. All right, that's good. I'm glad you got that sticker, PA. So basically, what I'm doing is killing some time. So I got a whole bunch of stuff that I had to unpackage the other day, and then I caught a sale over at Bass Pro Shop, which was pretty awesome because they had all of these Bobby Garlands. They were having like their crappie madness sale, and these things are usually like $4 or $5. I think it's what is it like $4 a package. I got these for $1.98 a pop, so I stocked up. Look at all these different colors, and I'm gonna kill some crappies with these things. Look at this. Man, I was like a kid in a candy store. I went every color I didn't have, and some of them that I like to use on a regular basis I got. So yeah, that first color is really one of the best colors for like some stained water. This is what Cousin Edo, if y'all don't have fishing with Cousin Edo, Edo uses that a lot. It's a Cajun cricket, and that is a really good color. I don't know if you can see that right there on the edge very good, but that is a killer color here in Arkansas. So yeah, I don't know if they're still having it or not. AKW is going to make me hungry talking about some deer steak. I don't know if they're still having the sale or not. I needed quite a few things, and I think it's $50. And I'm a cheapskate, so spending $50 is a big deal. But I needed some things, so $50 is free shipping. So, hey, what's up, Randy Hood? Southeastern Arkansas catfishing trail here. So, are you are like a tournament catfisherman or what? Man, that's pretty interesting. We do a lot of catfishing. Hey, I also picked up these. I needed some. I'm gonna transfer one of my bags over to a tackle bag. Um, yeah, pretty much anything deer sounds good. Trader Bill's has a lot of stuff. I find that Trader Bill's is usually pretty pricey, so I try to pick up from someone else if I can. While I was there, of course, I had to get some swivels and some circle hooks. Now, these Catmac circle hooks work really good. The tip is turned in a little more than I like. Sometimes I like the octopus where I have a straighter shank, but these hold on good. And I downsized because I can get a 25 pack for the same price that I can get 15 of the 9/0. I like the 9/0 for the flatheads, and these things are sharp. So yeah, they are high. Hey, what's up, John? What's up? Oh, John from Small Water Charters. If y'all hadn't checked out his latest video, he whacked an 8-pound, something like 8-pound 10-ounce or something like that, 8-pound 11-ounce. I mean, it's huge largemouth down there in Florida. So that's the stuff that I picked up at Bass Pro. And I don't fish I don't shop as much at Bass Pro as I do like if Academy because of the prices. But that was definitely a good deal. Now I got this from Fishing with Modog. He had a live for a 500 subscriber giveaway. And I do bass fish, contrary to popular belief. My son and I just don't put a lot of videos up because usually I get more unsubscribed than subscribed. But I'm going to do some bass fishing videos. I've actually got some crankbaits coming from Charlie from Ugly Dog Lures, the lures that bite back. I've got some of those coming. I'm going to do a video with those. We whack bass. I mean, we, you know, us Arkansas boys, we can catch anything, I think. We're not professionals at anything, but we're proficient at a lot of things. So that's what we're going to give that a try. That's a 2.5 foot crankbait. And right now, all of our bass are up in the brush. Well, I say they are until this rain blew through. That is a cold rain. It went from 75 degrees and today dropped down into the upper 40s, around 50 degrees. And that rain is freezing. So that's going to screw me up, but I'm going to try it. So Randy Hood says, my wife and I started a catfish tournament trail in Southeast Arkansas, and we're starting our 3rd season Saturday. Hey, man, I don't know. We're in Southeast Arkansas. We do a lot of catfishing down in Southeast Arkansas, off the White River, Arkansas River, down in Three Rivers area. I say we will fish for catfish, however. Now, I know y'all are probably catch and release and stuff, but we're big catch and eaters. We have a huge family and a huge group of friends, and we feed everybody. We're not so much on the I mean, I release stuff sometimes. Don't let me, fool you. We throw stuff back too, but that's very interesting. I might have to check that out. Had a bass pull the hook out of the bait you sent me. I bought those jig heads online. It's probably some crap. How in the world it pulled the hook out? Maybe it come untied. If anything comes untied, I guarantee my bait. So if it come untied for some reason, I'll send you another one. I'm gonna make sure that, hey, there's Gary from Gel Bait and Tackle. So he's on his lunch break. He's gonna watch for a bit. Appreciate you coming in. Rowdy says he caught a 3.2 in the same spot on Hamilton. I seen you fishing under the bridge, not Blad for. Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of fish in Hamilton. So, you really got to, stay on them there. I mean, there's no telling what you're going to catch. Let's see. Son-in-law caught an 11.5 pound largemouth last weekend at Lake Alatona in Georgia on a Shiner crankbait. It says crackbait. Man, if you're feeding them dope, you're probably going to catch all kinds of stuff. No, I'm just joking. That's pretty awesome, though. 11.5 pounds. I've never caught a bass that big in my life. I think probably a 7.5 pound largemouth is probably the biggest I've ever caught. AKW, it just seems like we've got front after front. So I've been out crappie fishing. I want to say once on, if you're from Arkansas, once out at Lake Hamilton, and I've been out 3 times under grade. One time by myself to try to locate crappie and really didn't see much. Went back with the family and we posted a video of it, and we were just out there joking around and having fun. We were just seeing if we could luck up on some crappie, and we finally found a few. Once we located 2 or 3, just trolling around and having fun, Connor went back in the next morning and he caught 2. When he come back, gave me that report, I told him, I said, I think we can go get them. And we went and we hammered some big ones. Now we fished for 2.5 hours. For the first hour or so, we really didn't have any luck. We were trying some of our old spots. We went to where he had caught those 2 and picked up a couple there. And I kind of started seeing a pattern. And then we started hammering some 1.5 pound crappie. So some pretty good ones there. Yeah. Michael, I can imagine you were jealous of an 11.5 pound bass. I'd be a little jealous too. Cold front tomorrow, only supposed to be 82. Only supposed to be 82. A frigid 82 degrees in Florida. I was guessing, Rowdy, that we were going to have some type of a blackberry winter here. Anytime that it seems like in Arkansas, if you do not have a long cold spell, what'll end up happening, it seems like when March or April hits, we're going to have freezing temperatures. We're going to have frost. It's going to jack everything up. Yeah, Randy, if I was fishing a tournament, we used to fish bass tournaments here on the local lake, and we did pretty good here. Of course, everything's catch and release, except for a few rednecks will slip a couple of fish into an ice chest. They weigh them and then they release them. And I have seen my only issue with sometimes with the tournaments and stuff is that inevitably. And I if you fish long enough, you're going to gill hook a fish real bad at some point, or gullet hook it to where it's so hard to get it off without killing that fish. And I absolutely hate to throw a fish back knowing that it's not going to live. But other than that, yeah, tournament fishing, that's the way you got to do it. Catch and release. It works, which we have had tournaments where it was pretty much catch and eat, just a little redneck tournament between a few guys, and we'd catch and guys would keep what they wanted to eat. John, there's no way 82 degrees is sweater weather. I'm going to show y'all some of this other stuff I got. So there's a channel, and I thought they might come in here, but they're not coming in here. And it's called Life of Murphys, and they're a little Arkansas channel, just nice people, doing what they like to do, just create a YouTube channel. And they sent me a little package of stuff. One of the things they sent me was this little contraption here. I don't know. I'm going to let y'all guess. Can anyone guess what this contraption is? I know, and there's probably a few people in here that know. Do you know what this contraption is? If you do, see if you can tell me there. They also sent me some of these lizards, and this will work good springtime for bass here. These are some Strike King called Gurgle Toad, 3 pieces. That was pretty nice of them. And then these weedless wacky hooks, and my son will probably really have a good time with those. He likes to wacky rig stuff. So they sent me that, a couple of stickers, a Lunker Hut sticker, and a Real Rebel sticker. And I'll put those in my collection. They sent me some crappie jigs. Now, this is called California Classics, and it's the Golden State Grub. I don't know. I just might have a trouble fishing with something with the name California on it, right? It's probably going to cause cancer because everything in California causes cancer. So we'll see what that is. And then they sent me this outdoor comfort wear. It's called a Snug. It's basically, just a scarf, or whatever the technical term is, keep the sun off of you. Something I probably need to do. Wacky rig fishing is fun. So no one has guessed what this thing is. This is, so if you catch a big fish, no, it's not a brush clip, but what this thing is this is to hold a fish's mouth open. So you stick this in and you release it, and it'll open the mouth so that you can hold the mouth open and remove a hook. So where you catch like big blues and stuff, sometimes they clamp down so hard, it's hard if they're hooked deep to get the hook out. You stick this in there and hold their mouth open while you can remove the hook. So I'll keep that on the boat just in case I get one of those feisty blues on there, and I can get a really deep set hook out with it. Let's see, AKW says, I got a bunch of stuff that I was going to do a fishing giveaway with, and I've only got 6 people that are in it. Play YouTube shorts at 1,000 views, and now this one only got 31 on. Shorts are tricky. One of the things I learned about shorts is trying to promote products, do giveaways, different things like that on shorts. Really isn't what people are on there doing. They're just speed watching stuff. It's kind of like, TikTok. So that makes it difficult. If you want to get more views, I would try doing like taking that same short video and just putting it on your long form video deal, even if it is short, and see if you can do it. And for some reason, I didn't get any kind of notification. I'm going to check, see if I've still subscribed to you. So the other thing I've got, and you can see kind of a theme going on here, we have fully transitioned, except for some turkey hunting that I may or may not do, depending on if I can find some birds around here close. We have transitioned from hunting, which we had a really good deer season, considering, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I was sick for a long time. We had a really good deer season. I think I killed 4 or 5 deer. Connor killed 2 or 3. My daughter killed 1. My cousin hunted with us. He killed really, really nice buck. And then my little cousin killed a buck. I was really proud of her. It was a 160 something inch deer. So, but Ted from Off the Hook, he sent me some of his jigs. Now these are called the slab bombs. I don't know. I keep calling them crappie bombs, so we might have changed the name of them. But they're pretty fat, and this time of year, it's a hard sell on a crappie. They catch spotted bass real good, but this is a crappie bomb, and that's going to work good whenever the shad grow up just a little bit, and they're feeding on those little bit bigger shad. But I got them in that bright blue color. And then I got this color here. It's hard to see through this package. Let me see if I can open it up. And I got this package, which is a paler looking blue, bluish green. It's kind of clear in a way. Ratty, I don't know what you're going to do with turkey legs to make them that edible. Hey, what's up, Chuck? There's Chuck from Life with Belinda and Chuck, my Mississippi brother down there. And sent me this white one. And stuff. So one thing I've noticed fishing with it, and I reeled these through the water, and this is not a bad critique. Bake very slow. There you go. There's your tip right there. Bake it very slow. I'm not good at turkey legs. So when you're just reel this through the water, like if you're going to cast and reel to crappie, that tail doesn't have a lot of action. But when you jig it in the water, vertical jig, that tail will have a lot of action. Like that doesn't take a lot. Something about when you're reeling it, that tail just kind of flattens out, and it has a little bit of movement, but not a lot. So that'll be good. So we got those, and then he sent me, and I don't know the name of these, but various different colors. Oh, and I also have these laminated color, purple and green. Then he sent me these little bitty ones, and I wish that I could have found some crappies stacked up a little bit better, but since it didn't get cold, they didn't stack up real thick. But if anyone on here has these and knows what Ted calls them, there's these little bitty panfish baits here. And I think I'm going to catch some fish on these. I threw some the other day, didn't get much action. But now that I know I knew where some crappie were before this weather moved through. I think I can get them to held this. I'll probably throw a bobber on it. But he sent me several different colors. And you can see here. There's some purple, some kind of chartreuse, some green, some darker colors, and then some white ones. And those are going to work good. So that's the fishing stuff that I've gotten anyway. AKW says, I'm trying to get permission for turkey hunting properties. I've had a few that I permission, but there's one on 80 acres. It just sold, and I'm trying to talk to the new owners about hunting it. That's the best thing is, you just got to keep on people, be nice, offer to do a little bit of something for them. That's something I've found. If you want permission, just go and offer, especially if it's older people, offer, hey, can I help you out with something? Maybe they say no, say, hey, while I'm here, can I help you with something? Help them carry their groceries in, go over there and pull some weeds for them or something. Sooner or later, they're going to like you enough to let you go. Good birds across from Cox Creek. Yeah, that is true. And I know there are usually several birds, but beating a redneck off of those birds is hard since the property around the lake here is such small parcels of land that I usually get screwed up more by other hunters than I do anything. So, I mean, I can find birds and go in there and then it's blown out. And I just don't have time to go to some of the places like the Ouachita Mountains or something like that. So hopefully I can get a chance to go. I know my cousin Don, who does the channel with me, he's a huge turkey hunter and he goes out of state and everything. And he'll probably have some turkey kills. What's up, Bassin with Big Malone? Picked up 3 new properties to trap this year. That's right. And that's the way we pick up properties. We actually got contacted by several people a little late in the year for us to go trap their properties. But we got started late. And like I said, I was sick. And let me explain. What's up, Woody? Woody's trapping. Y'all got to check out Woody. He's a nice guy. So let me explain kind of what I'm talking about. I was sick. So if you watch the channel much, you'll notice that kind of my uploads have been sporadic. I may have several at one time. I may have one every once in a while. And there was a span from about Thanksgiving until the first of the year that I wasn't personally in any videos. But I had contracted Rocky Mountain spotted fever last year and spent all year fishing and stuff, not feeling good, with the Rocky Mountain spotted fever and one other tick disease. So I had 2 tick diseases, and I'll be honest with you, I honestly thought it was going to kill me. I got to a point where I was passing out and doing stuff like that and just felt awful. Couldn't hardly work or anything else. So I had that problem. We've got most of it addressed. I'm starting to feel a lot better. So I've been out doing some stuff. Then I ended up with some type of a sinus infection that kind of got me down and stuff. So my wife had to have a surgery. We just really had, no, I'm not whining, but I'm telling you, we had a rough year last year. And, it's a wonder that we got the content in that we do. Now, I don't make YouTube videos, and I'm just going to let everyone know. I don't, except for a couple of reviews that I agree to do with people, I don't go out with any intention that I've got to get a YouTube video out. We video whatever we're doing. This is just the way we live. And that's just the way our channel is. I mean, if we're out doing it, we may or may not have a camera on. And if we do, I'll edit it down just so it's short enough for you to watch, and throw a few explanations in there here and there. But we're not YouTubers. We're just a bunch of rednecks with a camera in our hand. And 90% of this is done with my phone. So that's just kind of the way we do our channel. AKW says he's trying to get some baling equipment for an old Ford. He wants to bale hay this year. Hey, I hauled hay the whole time I was a young guy. So yeah, you definitely that's something good to do. Woody's going to check some properties for some beavers today. Hope you have a lot of fun. So that's basically what we're doing. I'm waiting out the rain, and if it stops here pretty soon, I'm going to go to work. Other than that, we're just gearing up for crappie season. We caught some good crappie the other day. You can check out my community page, and you'll see some. We got a video coming up. I've got a giveaway video I've got to do. Probably do it this afternoon when the kids get home. And we've got a couple of those cold weather face shields that we're giving away. So you can go back and check out that video if you haven't done it. If you want to enter, just go check that out and get a chance to win those. That's on my new view. Goodbye Real Tree video there. I'm not a review kind of guy, but sometimes people send me products, and so the camouflage people, I reached out to them. They didn't reach out to me. And I want to show y'all this. I was going to show you. They have this product out. I ordered this. This is a hunting pack, and this thing is a 60 liter hunting pack. And you can see it's got the pads on it. It's got padded straps, and we hunt a lot of times public land. I have to pack deer out, and this thing is going to be awesome. It doesn't have a frame or anything. Now they make one that's actually 80 liters, and it has some rods in it that stiffen it up because it sticks up above your head when you're wearing it. This one comes to, it just fills your back up good, but it's full of pockets, and the inside of it actually has a, let's see if I can open it up. No, this isn't what you came here for, but I told you I was going to show you my new gadgets. Let's see. Have to get this opened up. Yep. I'll open it up if I stick it right side up here. So on the inside of this thing, it actually has a bag. So you can actually zip it up. And then it comes with this cover. So if you've got it out somewhere and you want to cover it up, which I kind of wish this cover was camouflage too, but it just slides over the backpack so you can keep the water off of it if you want. And it's got the little logo, one of the logos. Anyway, that's a really cool pack, and I'll use that a lot. You know what, PA, I guarantee you could carry all kinds of stuff in that thing. There's no telling what you could haul with it. Woody, I agree with you. If it went with my phone, we wouldn't have a channel. I'm not the kind of guy that spends $500-600 on a GoPro that's going to overheat and cause me all kinds of problems, which I know that's the view everyone wants on YouTube, and it might hurt us a little bit, but we don't worry too much about it. We didn't start the channel to be like everyone else. We're just rednecks doing our thing. This is kind of the way we roll. We eat majority of wild game and stuff. We've considered making a second channel because we basically have a homestead here. The way we live, I got some pigs. I like those pigs. I'm gonna eat one of them and get the other two bred. Got some chickens, got a dog, got some meat chickens coming where we can put our own chicken up. But that's kind of what we've got going on. Nothing super exciting. That's all the stuff that I got in here lately. I've got another light coming. I did that light review, and I'm gonna tell you what, when we do some night fishing, that light is going to be great. And they're sending me another light. It's supposed to even be brighter than that one. I don't know if I can handle anything any brighter. As far as channel updates, I really don't have anything but saying that, you know, we're going to fish when we can around work and other things that we've got to do. I ordered my wife ordered a pool. I've got to put a new pool up. Our old one, it's an above ground pool. It goes off our deck here. It's kind of getting a little old. We decided to replace it. She ordered a new one, and the thing, they didn't give her any emails on delivery. There was no, you know, when we ordered this one, they delivered it right up to my door, and I went out and helped the guy unload it. I mean, he backed right in my driveway. Well, this new one, they didn't give any emails. It didn't say anything about curbside delivery. Didn't say anything like that. I showed up from work and was fixing the top of the hill and seen something sticking up, and there's our pool delivered, sitting in the edge of a county road where a bunch of crackheads run up and down when they drive through, use our road for a cutoff. And one of the neighbors on across the way happened to be out in his yard, and he seen them dropping it off. He come running over there after I was getting it loaded up and said, "Man, I was so scared someone was going to steal your package." Oh, I was not happy. 6 days early. They delivered it 6 days early. Supposed to be here the 14th. Ended up here on the 8th. It was just a train wreck, sitting out in the rain. Anyway, it is what it is. Woody's got to go. Appreciate you coming by. That's right. You know, the guys buy $500 GoPros. They got to dip in water every few minutes because it overheats. Can't take a video, but a $40 smartphone can without overheating, better quality. You know, I agree. So here's my issue with the GoPros, which they're handy. They're super light. They're small. You can wear them around. You can talk to them, tell them to come on. But man, it's a lot of money to spend on a YouTube channel unless you've got a big channel. It's just more of something you choose to spend your money on because you're not making any money back to pay for all this stuff. People are, I don't know. I know there's always a hope that people have that we're going to, you know, I'm going to become a millionaire on YouTube, and some people will. Some people become 1,000-aire or 100-aire, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, you just, whatever your passion is, if it's something you like and you like messing with those gadgets and stuff, it's probably worth it for you. But for me, you know, I got to get a phone upgrade every once in a while. And when I do, I've got something with a camera. It works just great. So that's what we do. AKW says, sometimes this spring I'm going to be trading some honey for a peacock, and then I'm going to buy some chickens and a turkey. So that's interesting. So you're going to take some honey, get a peacock, and then you're going to get some chickens and a turkey. So you're going to have a bird farm. That's pretty awesome. So I don't know. Let's see. What can we talk about? So crappie report. I got a crappie report. I know Rowdy's in here. So the crappie here, typically, last year we fished for crappie. I never fished anything shallower than 8 foot ever the whole year. Didn't spawn anything. And we caught a lot of crappie and some big ones. So I went this year, in all the brush piles that I was fishing that range from probably, 12 to 20 foot of water weren't holding many fish. And the ones that it was holding, they just weren't biting. And I don't live scope. So, this is just old school style of fishing. So we ended up finding the fish up shallow. So the water temperature had made it up to 59, almost 60 degrees, and they were up shallow getting ready to spawn. And so most of our fish came from the 4 to 8 foot range, just cranking in. So that's going to be the trick. Now the problem is that we had this cold front move through, and it's dumping like some severely cold rain into the lake, which is going to push them back out. So now we got to go back and re-find the crappie. So this time of year is until the water temperatures level out, and the fronts aren't bringing such cold rain and stuff. That's going to be the trick to staying on crappie. It's different than a lot of fish. They move in and out so much. They don't just hunker down and stay in one deal. They want to be regulated pretty regular or pretty steady. So they're going to move in and out, and that's going to be the trick. Is we just have to stay on these crappie in order to catch them. Crappie is one fish that I don't really freeze, so we catch them and eat them. If I freeze them, it's for a very short time. They don't freeze well. They're softer meat, so they don't freeze good like catfish or something like that. So when it's time for crappie fishing, we're eating a lot of fish. I love crappie. Crappie and walleye are probably my two favorite. I don't get the walleye fish that often. As far as catfishing, I know the catfish got to be biting, but where we like to catfish, I mean, I can catch catfish local lakes here, but where we like to catfish, the water is rolling. I mean, it is flat rolling. Doesn't mean I can't catch fish there. It just means it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work in that current. It'll wear you out. So, the river we fish is typically quite a bit cooler than this impoundment lake that we've got here. So, when I drive over there, I like to maximize my chances. And I think it was Michael, if I'm not mistaken, that was saying that he was in. I'm going to go back up. Give me just a second. Let me make sure I got this right. I skipped up too high. It's actually Randy Hood. Randy Hood, if you're fishing over at Southeast Arkansas, you can kind of know what I'm talking about, those rivers being high and stuff. So, it makes it a little more difficult. Doesn't mean if you're good at catfishing, I mean, you're going to be able to find them and catch them. It's just kind of like with John at Small Water Charters and stuff. Even when they have those fronts come through, he's manages to catch some fish just because he knows what he's doing. He knows his water. Rowdy Broomstick says my boat is old school too. My cousin's boat has live scope, but everything around Shouse Ford is there's so much trash and everything else. Now I'll say this: I've got a friend, Spencer Sheffield, and I hope he don't mind me sharing his name out here. I mean, he's a professional bass fisherman. I'm sure that everyone knows who he is. But I met up with him and his dad at the boat ramp the other day, and we talked for a while. And he was saying that live scoping here. So, Rowdy, if you're live scoping this, here's your little tip. So, the fish that they were catching on DeGray were in around 25, 30 foot of water, and they were suspended 5 to 10 feet under the surface. Now, they were kind of scattered because they were feeding and stuff. So, the only way really to find those fish is with a live scope. So, those are fish that in the old days, no one's throwing at because you can't really see them unless you start catching them by accident. So I don't live scope. I don't know. I just really never had much interest in doing it. But they say that they don't crappie fish any other way. It's just too easy. They limit every time they go to the lake. I think they fish for 4 hours, threw back the ones, that they caught on accident that they didn't want, went around the lake and had a 2-man limit, which here in Arkansas, 60 crappie in 4 hours, which is quite a few crappie. It's, getting them to bite and stuff. But when you can stick a bait right in front of their face, that always helps. And this time of year, the crappie are going to bite. A lot of the times they're feeding shad are spread out, shad are feeding, the white bass are running. I mean, it's just a good time of the year, and that water temperature's climbing real fast, and that's what you want. Rowdy, I'm gonna stop there. Yes, that's kind of what I was thinking. Eventually, the crappie would be gone, but I talked to the Game and Fish, and they said they're not seeing any reduction in the numbers, and a lot of it has to do with if you ever caught those crappie millions of eggs in those females, and they spawn so aggressively. And because they are picky, if they're picky feeders, and even sometimes a live scope, and you get on them, you can't get them to bite. And so they said they're not seeing really any reduction. That they've seen the guys with live scope are catching the bigger crappie, and that's what you want, because crappie don't have a real long lifespan. So once you get a crappie that's 16 inches long and stuff, that they have a high mortality rate after the spawn. The stress of the spawn, a lot of those 16-inch crappie end up dying. So that's the fish that they're taking, and not taking a lot of the little ones that, a lot of rednecks are eating. So I guess it's kind of a up and down, have one tournament a month. I might have to see if I can do something like that. What water do y'all fish on down there? How far are you down in the southeastern part? I typically make trips down to Arkansas County is where we're at. But I don't know how far down you are. I don't know how easy it'd be for me to come down. I might can make a tournament or so. Doesn't mean I'll place very good, but I don't know the water, but you can always find a fish, right? So that's kind of where we're at. I'm really looking for the catfish, and that's one of our favorite things to do. And because we're rednecks, we eat a lot, and I've got a huge family. So my mom, there were 11 kids in my mom's family, 20 something grandkids, and I don't know how many great grandkids are. So we have a huge family, huge extended family. And, a lot of people either can't fish anymore because they're older, don't possess much skill, or don't have time. And so we feed all those people. I feed people around here deer and fish and things, and we give a lot away. If there's someone at a camp that we're at and they're not catching any fish, then we'll help them out, because we want to see people eat. I mean, that's just and those waters that we fish are just chock full of fish. People say you're going to catch all your fish out. I'm going to tell you, we hung limb lines. Now, that's not tournament worthy catfishing, but it is filling your freezer catfishing. And we only hung 20 within about an 80-yard stretch. That's it, 80 yards of miles and miles and miles of river. And I think we caught 65 catfish on 5 runs on 20 hooks. So that's not too bad. Lake Chico, hey, that is a crappie lake, and I know that they would be on fire down there. And I've never fished that lake. I drive by that lake a lot, and I've never fished Lake Chico, but I need to get down there. Well, hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Hadn't stopped raining here, but we're gonna get with it here in a minute. I'll have to go to work maybe. Then again, maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to pack up my new fishing box instead. So anyway, I don't have a lot. If any of y'all have any questions or anything like that, I'm probably won't stay on here much longer. I just really wanted to burn a little time, say hello to everyone, see who wasn't doing something, talk a little bit about fishing, turkey hunting. I'd like to get into some turkeys. Now, I've got a cousin that makes some mouth calls, and on Facebook, it's Lower White River Calls. He makes these mouth calls, and those things are stinking deadly. And I've got a bunch of them. I just got to find some turkeys. I got to take time to get out there, listen to them, see if I can work some turkeys in, because I sure would like to shoot a big old thunder chicken in the face. But Little Rock to the Mississippi River and south through El Dorado to the Louisiana line. Man, I'm going to have to see if I can't maybe check into that sometime or something. Hey, bud, glad you came in. We'll see if we can't do something. Maybe me and my son can do a little tournament with you. Randy, I'll tell you what, if you'll hit me up in my email, so I have your email address, and I'll see. I can't make any promises. I'll see how everything works, and we'll see if we can't get down there and meet you and maybe fish in one of these tournaments. Hey, Zach, welcome in. Bud, welcome in. Zach says he found several crappie in a small cove about 12 feet deep. They were all suspended, caught several, and then went and caught some white bass. There you go. There you go right there. 12 feet deep. That's shallower than what I heard they were on Ouachita. I'm assuming where you were, but hey, though, that's dedication, Rod. If you were driving in and you had to pull over and say hi. y'all need to check out Rod. He catches a lot of crappie. Maybe he'll make it down this way sometime and we'll go crappie fishing together. But Zach is another Arkansas boy. For those of you that don't have it, he does a lot of fishing down at Pendleton and catches a lot of crappie and stuff over on some of these local lakes. But they catch a lot of catfish down at Pendleton when it's going. I'm sure that that's an unfishable water right now. I know the White River's way up and probably out of its banks by now. So that's where we fish. And I actually like fishing that backwater if we can, but just kind of how it is. Well, all right, guys. I think I'm going to hop off here. It looks like the rain's slacking down. I appreciate y'all for coming in. Well, we still have 9 in here. But usually these lives in the middle of the day are really tricky for people to make it to have much time to spend. I'll have to try to do one live sometime in the evening. It's just hard with us. We got 3 teenagers and everything, but I'm going to hop off here. Appreciate y'all stopping in, checking out all my little gear. Y'all need to check out. I don't know if Bass Pro Shop's still doing this sale or not. But I'm going to tell you, it was a good sale, $1.98 a pack. And these are usually like $3.98. So if you didn't make the Crappie Madness sale, I hope it's not over. If it's over, then keep an eye out next year because it's a good time to stock up. Anyway, appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later.